Okay. So tell me about your league journey so far. I'm
I
curious.
think I've been playing for quite a long time, since like season 4, but I just never took it seriously until like maybe like 2 seasons ago, and then I've been like hard stuck plat kind of.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you basically plateau at plat, right?
Yeah.
That's your limit. Okay, that's good. Like everybody has a different limit when they just get started and they play, right? And at that limit, you just need outside interference, outside help. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck. Happened to me as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. You are Varus, Kaisa Gamer, couple champs here and there. Gene
Also
Varus.
Jin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you have like a nice champion pool. Okay. You don't play every champion. That's good. Right. A lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
Gene. How come you play a lot more Varus now, not Gene?
I feel like yeah, so stronger lane pressure, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What game did you record?
I think most of the newer games, like since 3 days ago.
Okay, so you recorded them, uploaded to YouTube, or
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
okay, just send me whichever you think is best. Anyone.
Um. Yeah. Maybe just the most recent one.
Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I see your CS like 6.67. This tells me you struggle in mid game. What do you think? Do you think you struggle mid game?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because I'm seeing, really good scores. And like, this tells me that, hey, I'm winning this lane here. You win lane, then you just carry, right?
Yeah.
But let's see, you probably struggle in games when you're not ahead and you don't know how to convert your lead.
Yeah. I feel like yeah. That's true.
Okay, perfect. So, first of all, tell me if you do anything in loading screen, right? Do you think about the game at all? Do you scroll social media? What do you do in loading screen?
Login screen. Yeah, because I've been watching your VODs, like coaching VODs, and I was
Okay,
just like thinking about the matchup and stuff. Yeah.
perfect. And let's see what you do level 1 as well. We're a bit late. And then Jan
Yeah.
Awards. Okay, where do you usually stay level 1? What do you do level 1?
Probably where Jana is swording, like a bit forward, and
Like
also
in the
maybe
river.
like where yeah, no,
Okay.
like not in the river, but like yeah, just maybe just where Jana is swording.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah, a bit forward.
Okay, so in Tribush
Yes.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you like why this is actually not that great. That's because imagine most people invade red side and they invade through lane and they come like this up. They're here, right? So when they're here and you just spot them here already, it's too late, right?
Okay.
They're right
Yeah.
next to you. You see how like they invade here, boom, you're just dead. You have to flash. It's
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
right? So this is why
Yeah.
I would say you could stay like in front of raptors, because if they
Yeah.
just invade through there, it's very safe. You see them from afar, you can just run, right? Or if you stay bot side, up to you, personal preference. I prefer stay raptors. If you really want to stay here,
Yeah.
you want to stay in the river, right at the beginning of river, around here, like before the pixel brush, right? Because if you
Yeah.
stay here, if they come from Tribush, you see them right when they exited. If they come from lane, you see them from afar. If they come from river, you see them from afar. So basically, if you stay here and you see them, you run, they cannot catch you. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you do it right away. So the game starts, you don't want to be late. Because if you are
Okay.
late 5-10 seconds, you might just meet them, right? But if you go right away, it's impossible for them to be here before you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like already a small optimization we can make. And now let's talk about the matchup, right? How do you analyze this matchup?
Um, just be aware of Leona's engage. I feel like we are pretty strong level 1 because we have like range of advantage,
Okay.
and Yeah, I would say try to get level 2 first.
Okay, so basically, you recognize have higher range, right? Have the green gun. John has range. Leona like has Q level 1 probably, or even if she has E, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Small this short range to bully him anyway.
Mm.
And yeah, starting level 2, you need to watch out for Leon engage, right? That's basically it.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Yeah.
just dodge those smaller Ws, they're annoying. That's all they have, right? Good.
Yeah.
That's what you need to think about, right? And when it comes to Enjana, well, like a tornado, maybe you have purple gun, that's it. Kinda, right?
Yeah.
So try to stay next to Jana. If Leona engages, right, you're safe. All good. You try
Yeah.
to bully with your high range. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
You seem like you know what to do in lane. You have a plan. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like I couldn't execute it in game. Like, yeah, I just like have a good theory, kind of, but I didn't know like I just can't do it well enough in reality.
Okay. So let's see why. Let's look at that. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's keeping you from doing it. Okay. So you said you have the high range, right? You can bully,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So you come to lane and you focus on the first 3 minions. Sure, that's fine. Just focus on them. I would recommend, hitting both of them so they're both low HP, or risking it a little bit. You might lose them, but whatever. That's not important. What's important
Yeah.
is that after you get a third one, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think your next basic attack should go?
Go to Smolder.
Yeah, exactly, right? Swap to
Yeah.
green, basic attack him in the face, right?
Yeah.
And he can't do anything about it, right? Because Leola, what's she gonna do? Even if she starts E, right? She's way far back, right? Because
Yeah.
in a lane, always you gotta think about like an imaginary triangle in a way. And basically,
Yeah.
right now, Smolder is the head of the triangle. Your Jan are the base of it, right? So basically,
Okay.
Smolder is playing 1 versus 2. If you see the situation, you know you can trade, you know you win. It's good for you, right? This is good.
Okay. Yeah.
But then when Fiona comes close and so on, right, then it's different. And you never want to be in Smolder's position.
Mm.
So I'm curious what's scaring you, right? You see Janna poked, but imagine you basic attack him once or twice, right? It's already lower. It's a huge win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can even basic attack Leona like that, sure. Huh? It's fine. And let's see. You get this minion, the other minion, and hopefully, what do you think you should be doing right now?
Because I think Smolder is trying to go for the minion because he's low, so I can poke him for free.
Yeah, you poke, you start stepping forward, right? So when it comes to like wanting to get level 2, right? I always try to go for level 2, especially in good matchups, right? For sure. You just have a massive advantage over there about abilities. They only have one. And
Yeah.
when there's like one more minion alive, like right here, what you want to do is first of all ping the support, right? Ping that you want to go in, on my way on top of them. And
Yeah.
also you want to start walking up. Because if you
Yes.
don't walk up, what's
Okay.
going to happen is that you're just going to be too far from them when you reach level 2, right? So you just want to be in their face already.
Okay.
And this could even be sooner than this, when there's like one minion alive only, right? Because if you look at the wave here, they still have to clear, those casters, these melees, right? Like you're clearly getting level 2 here first, right? It's for sure. If you don't touch the wave, you should just bully this guy off so he doesn't touch the wave either. And he misses minions, and you deal damage, and they don't get level 2 first, right? So we are basically allowing him to play the lane when he should not be able to play the lane, basically, right?
So if I play like a good laning matchup, I should like bully him more.
Yeah, just
Like
bully,
him.
and I cannot do anything. And also, if you bully, Jana is gonna join you as well. Because she says, hey, like he takes damage for free. Yeah, we should do it, right? For sure. We want that confidence. We know we win. For sure. There's no reason to play this far back, right? Here you had the nice initiative to try to basic. There's no HP minions, whatever, we focus the minions. But now, we should just start walking up, walk up. Why are we afraid, right? What's keeping us? What's stopping us? We are allowing him to farm for free, right? I hope you can see right now, just farming for free, no issues. And now we get level 2. You see how he's too far. Yeah, he's just too far. But imagine we start walking up now. You basically attack him in the face a couple times. If they want to trade, if Leona has E, that's still fine. You have more minions, you get level 2 sooner anyway, right? You have cleanse anyway. You know what I mean? So we are just letting him play the lane when he should not be allowed to do it. Right? There's no way he should be touching minions. Like this, see how forward you are playing now? This is how you should have been playing the whole laning phase, for sure. And also, like once the second wave is cleared, you start gotta think about warding. So let's talk a bit about like my purpose today, right? So when I coach people, my purpose is to see some of the mistakes you make, right? Bad habits, and turn all of them into good habits, because that's how you improve, right? You just do things automatically without even thinking about it, because you learned that those things are good, and now you just apply them every single game. Yeah. So these things that we mentioned, like the level 1 thingy, the triangle thingy, all of this, right? All of this, and especially when you go for the level 2 here, that should be like a habit you build slowly over time. You know, there's like one minion alive, you start walking up. Every single time you do it, you become consistent with it, it becomes a good habit, and you're going to see a lot more success, right? And you won't even have to think hard about it. Yeah. And same thing happens when it comes to warding. Right now you just cleared the second wave, and junglers cleared their first 3 camps, meaning there's a possibility you get ganked right now. Usually junglers do a full clear, but sometimes they do 3 camps into gank bot lane. It happens often. You want to be ready for it. Don't want to get caught, for sure. Okay. So you could start looking toward once the second wave is cleared, right? Yeah. So for example, here you clear this. And right now what you have is what I call a ward timer. Basically, like there's a new wave coming. All the minions are full HP, meaning you have like no reason to be in lane right now for the next 5 seconds. So this time you have available for you to just walk up, ward the tribush, ward the pixel brush, whatever, just go ward, and then come back, and you lose absolutely nothing. You just secured yourself the lane, you're ungankable. It's good, right? Yeah. But if you don't do that, what could happen is, first of all, the level like 3 camp gank, right? It does, the jungle does 3 camps, you die because they gank after that. Yeah. But the second of all, what could happen is they could just do a full clear from top to bot and then gank anyway, and you still don't have vision. But if you ward now, that vision lasts long enough to prevent the full clear gank most of the time, right? Especially if your support helps as well with warding. Yeah. But what's also important is that if you don't ward now, what's going to happen is that if you want to play under their turret, well, now you have to go set up vision instead of playing under their turret, so we waste time when we had time here. Okay. So these are some habits like you've got to start building slowly, and it's basically like chess, right? Because in chess, I don't know if you know, but like there's certain openings that people do, and they just do them every time and become a habit. They're always correct. It's basically exact same thing in League. If you're in a good matchups, you kind of do this every single time. It's just impossible to make a mistake, and that's what you want. That's the goal: to be consistent, have good habits. That's how you improve. And get rid of the bad ones, of course, because just like the good ones, the bad habits you do without thinking about them at all. And now we're in position where we're playing under the turret without any vision, right? So imagine the enemy junglers. I don't even know who the enemy junglers is. Doesn't matter. Like if they're right here, and you're engaged is on Janna, right? Oh, it's bad. Like you have cleanse, sure, but Janna, nah. So, and also like again, like why are we playing so far back in a good matchup, right? Yeah. That's what you need to just work on your analyzing, matchup analyzing skills. I would say, like it's just, and you don't even have to like be right every single time before in loading screen. You just play the lane out like this, and you see, hey, like we win. You know, we are stronger. We swap guns now. We have purple. Oh my god, they can do anything with us. Leona just used E. Right, so in loading screen, we talked about what they had and what we had, right? We had your like giant tornado into your purple gun, right? And they had Leona engaged. That's kind of it. Leona just missed E. It means you have everything, they have nothing, which means we should fight, we should trade, we strong, we win, right?
Yeah.
These are all things you just gotta keep in mind. And the way to learn them, like I'm saying all this stuff, right? But usually people get overwhelmed, and I understand. But the way we want to approach this is one thing at a time, right? Today, I'm gonna do better when I get level 2, right? When there's like 1 minion left, or like a couple minions left, I won't use any abilities, and I'll start walking up. That's what I'm gonna do today. Boom, boom, you do it non-stop, right? And then tomorrow, see if you can just do that by default even without thinking about it. If you can't, keep thinking about it, keep doing actively, think about it. But if you did it, it's a habit now, you do it every single time. Okay, what do we do next? Okay, now, after every second wave, I'm gonna go ward. Boom, new habit. And do that all day, focus on it every single day. No, every single day, every single game in that day, for example. And that's how we build those good habits, one at a time. And all these habits are like small things, but that's good because they're easy to do individually. And then you'll just do everything at the same time. It won't even feel hard because you took everything step by step.
Okay.
Because right now, if you pause right here, can you tell like what my concern is right now about your position here?
No vision in the river, and enemy jungle can just flank us.
Yeah, you have no vision, and look, the enemy jungle didn't gank you after 3 camps, right?
Yeah.
Which probably means, what if they started top side? Look at your fiddle, he's doing Gromp. Enemy jungle could be finishing Gromp now. In the next 10 seconds, they gank, right? This is a very dangerous position to be in.
Actually here, I think I die in like the next minute.
Let's see why. And I also want to mention like the ward spot, right? So this ward is in a way fine. This ward is not fine when you play right under the third because enemy comes from here and you're under the turret. You see how you don't really have time to run, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do most of the time, I like warding this tribush, because if you ward tribush right on the edge here, the only way for you not to see them is if they come in the river, like hugging that side of the wall, the real left. Nobody does that, right? Nobody does that. And it's like, if they do Grump, because they did a full clear, they kind of have to come through the tribush anyway to go to the scatter, the one gank you, for example. So basically, warding tribush usually is just better from blue side. From my experience, I had a lot of success with it, and you could try it as well. Another habit to build, right? Very good. And now I'm just thinking enemy junglers here. Oh boy, what could happen? Okay, no. Now we see Lilia top. Lilia started blue. Okay. There are assumptions you can make. Okay, Lilia, she's going to start blue. Right? Assumptions can be made. But you never know. Because Lilia might start blue, do 3 camps and gank bot, right? You're not safe.
Yes, yes.
And let's talk about this little fight here. So if you are going to take this fight, you instantly swap to Smolder, which is good. I like that. Basic. And I wanna ask you why you don't really continue, you just back off, right? Because you can tell like Leona just use EQ, right? Just use EQ.
Yes.
Which means now Smolder, I would basic. It's done. I would just keep basing, right? Or what you could do is like hit Leona once, so she's slowed. Root, keep basing attacking with purple. Purple Smolder, he was frontlining, right? You keep doing it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like not fight in their wave because we were like in front of their wave for a bit.
I mean, but it's like you have the range anyway, so it's not really an issue. And also, like you have more sustain, right? You have fleet. They don't have any sustain, so an even trade is worth it when you have sustain.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see what to do here. Just want to be careful now when you step up. I want to play with your Janna.
Yeah, I misplayed really bad here.
I wanted to say like you should try to Q him maybe in the face. Right?
Yeah.
Here you have cleanse. We don't use.
And I didn't cleanse. I had cleanse now.
Yeah, we should have
and then
cleansed for sure.
and I didn't flash, so
Yeah, so this is fine. Like, this is fine because like it's a mistake that's easy to fix in a way, right? It's a habit you don't want to do anymore. And first of all, going back to loading screen, right? Leona has
yes.
EQ, right? What do we have to answer? Cleanse, right? You
Um,
want to be ready
yeah,
every single time. If she engages on me, I want to cleanse her stun right away every single time without fail. You
yeah,
should know that from loading screen. That's super important, right? And you should do that in any matchup, no matter what. Like if you have cleanse and they have CC, you should be expecting it and just cleanse instantly. Just think about it constantly. Nothing else matters. Smolder W, smolder Q, nothing else matters. All that matters is Leona engage, nothing else.
yeah.
And to prevent this, right?
I mean, I just stand like not close to the bush because I know she's in there.
So there's two mistakes here happening. So the nice thing about the league is the fact that I just had a game like this today, where you can make like 5 mistakes, and it's not great, but it's still not losing the game. It's okay. It's fine, right? If you make the 6th one, maybe you lose, but if you make 5, it's still okay, right? Because I'm talking about the Swiss cheese model. So basically, if you make like 2 mistakes, a layer of cheese is a mistake. Like if you make 2 of them, no problem. Like the 3rd one catches the bad play in a way, right? But if you make the 3 mistakes, then the bad play happens.
Yep.
And here, if I could go back, there we go. Let's say we have 2 mistakes, 2 layers of cheese here, and the problem is after that. So the first layer that you broke is the fact that, logically we think about Leona EQ and Janna Q, basically, and your purple. And right now, you can see Janna just use your Q here. Right? Which means you don't have your powerful ability, and they have theirs. So automatically this is a lost fight, no matter what, because you don't have Janna Q. It's so important to have it. The second layer is what we were talking about before with the triangle rule, right? You know Leona is in this brush. I'm sure you know it. You just saw her go in here. There's Leona, she's going in brush. There she is, right? She's in there. You know that. So the moment you step up here to hit Smolder, right? You can see how, you're the
it's bad.
Yeah, it's just you are 1v2 right now.
Yeah.
So if you just avoid one of these, right? You see Jara Q, I back off, no problem. Or even if Chana uses Q and you're like, wait, I'm actually 1v2, no, I back off, right? So instead, in this case, if you want to trade Smolder, you can just, you press Q on him, right? You lose nothing. You just press Q on him. Like, it's not gonna cost you anything. It's just a bit of mana, whatever, right? Don't be afraid to green Q people. As a Philos in laning phase, it's massive. And it allows you to just go through red gun weapons quicker, so you get to your next ones that are much better early game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what happened basically. And actually this mistake, this like bad play actually has like 3 layers of cheese basically. Because even now, I'm pretty sure you can see how you actually escape here, no problem, right?
I just cleanse his stun and I just back off.
Either cleanse, or you could even flash if you're unsure, right? You just cleanse, flash, boom, instantly, right? Instantly before the Smolder Q hits you, everything, right? If you do that, you're still fine. You're still good, no problem, right? But we failed to do all 3 of them, and that's why we died. If you prevent 1, we don't die. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? It's really, really cool. And this idea like got me more excited to play League because it means I don't have to be perfect. It means that, let's say you learn 20 new things today, 20 new habits to work on, and you learn like 5, chances are that's enough for you to avoid a lot of bad situations because those 5 are in like different layers in many, many problems, right? And they also repeat like the same problems, like the same mistakes you make, they happen multiple times in a game. That's just how it is. Enemies int it, that's funny. And another thing you could improve on, for example, is making an item build. I can't recommend item builds enough, right? Item sets, the ones you make yourself in the client. Because let's say you respawn, you recall, you're like full HP, you right click, You buy all your stuff while you're walking, right? You save a few seconds, which actually mean a lot. You'd be surprised how much they save you, right? And that's another habit you can work on. A nice idea to think about. Just having your item set, you know where all your items are. That's much better. Good. And let's talk about another habit I recommend people do, which is when you are walking from base towards the lane, you just want to think, right? Because when you're in a game, we're gonna get into more detail in the mid game, but basically your job in mid game is to, all throughout the game actually, is like to just look at the map, get that information. After you get the information, make a decision. That's League of Legends. It's in a way, it's a turn-based game, right?
Yeah.
But in a real game, it's really hard to do constantly. You have to do it constantly, look at the map, monitor, make decision non-stop, right? And it's hard because the game is so fast-paced, there's no time, right? But right now, when you go from base towards the lane, you have like 30 seconds almost to think. This is precious time. Where you just wanna think, okay, enemy jungler, my jungler, enemy spells, bot wave, mid wave, what's happening, everything. Just gotta think, right? It's so important. You wanna make a plan for when you arrive, what you wanna do with the wave on bot lane, right? Those are all things you wanna think about. Right now we see Lilia bot, we see our Fiddle bot, Ace ultimate mid, look at the bot wave, we see Drake spawning in 30 seconds. Okay, this is all information we gather when we go to lane. And with all this information, let's think about some possible scenarios, right? So your job right now is to control this wave. What do you wanna do to the wave? Or we could analyze the situations one by one first and see which is better, right? So for example, right now you can tell you kind of have two things you can do to the wave. First is to only last hit, so slow pushes.
Yep.
And the second one is to shove, basically, right? So let's try to think what's gonna happen if you just shove this wave. What do you think is gonna happen?
The wave is gonna crash under the tower, and probably Smolder is gonna be there to catch the wave under the tower.
So in this exact scenario, you think you hit these minions hard with everything you have, and it crashes?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. Because I feel like I don't have good enough wave.
Yeah, like you need to go through 5 bullets here, then you need to press a green Q, then you have to go blue, and then it's like the wave is on your side, the wave is coming really soon, right? It's already leaving base.
Yeah.
So right now we know that, hey, if you shove this, it means this wave is gonna be like close to their turret, or in the middle, probably close to their turret if you go crazy on the wave. And against Leona, when your Janna is not even here, that's not great yet. It's not really good. It seems awkward after that. Okay, so that's kind of what's gonna happen if you shove, right? You just want to think about this when you go from base to lane, right? You just want to think about this stuff. Okay, let's think about what happens if you just slow push this.
I'll just stack a big wave, and I can then push the whole wave into the tower, try to push, and then we can try to get dragon, because they have a huge wave on the tower.
Okay, interesting idea. So basically, if you just slow push this, you're gonna build up a big wave, right? When the next wave comes, you could just crash it eventually. Also, you're enabling, by slow pushing this, you're enabling time, like you're giving your Janna time for her to be here. You don't want to play alone, right? Because if you push, you put yourself in a position that's forward alone. It's not good as ADC. So you just want to take this slow, wait for Janna. You could also, this is another habit you can work on actually, and that's being assertive, right? Because first let me tell you, like, all these concepts we're talking about, right? Players below master, even master players sometimes, I swear, like, they don't know this stuff. They don't know all these concepts, all this looking at the map, looking at allies, think about enemy spells. Like, they have no idea about this stuff. And you do now. You know this, right? You're just going to improve, add a new habit every day, right? And that gives me confidence to know that, hey, I'm actually the best player in this game. I'm just here temporarily. I'm going to get out of plat. I'll get emerald and diamond eventually. Maybe master, who knows? Why not? It's very, very doable. Because again, people don't know this, and you do. It's going to give you confidence. And with that confidence, what you can do you start to be the leader of your teams, right? You start to ping a lot more. You start to tell your teammates what to do. And by doing that, at level 2, for example, you get that last minion, you tell your ally, like, support to go in, you ping to go in. Your ally will walk up with you. Right now in this scenario, you know, hey, we are gonna slow push this. Drake is on the table. Fiddle is bot. Lila is bot. Okay. How about we start pinging Drake right now? Right? Start pinging Drake. Suddenly Fiddle is like, hey, my bot wants to do Drake. Then he looks at your wave. They recognize, wait, it's slow pushing. Oh, now we do Drake. But what's gonna happen if you don't do this is the fact that your teammates are gonna do whatever. Fiddle is gonna go topside now, and nothing happens. Right? Awkward. And that's because we don't have the confidence to ping. You have gotta build that confidence. And that's a habit you can work on over time. If you wanna go somewhere, you ping that I'm on the way. If you push the wave, you ping that you push the wave. If you think a play is bad, you ping to back off and you don't join. Just build up that confidence, make your own decisions, and stick with them. If they don't work out, it's fine, you learn. That's how you learn, after all. Because if you don't make decisions by yourself, what's gonna happen is, well, you rely on your teammates, and it's like a 50-50 every time. It's not good, right?
Yeah.
Because if you rely on yourself, knowing all this stuff now, you know that is more than a 50% chance of winning now. So now what's happening with the wave is basically neither of the two options. You're not even hard shoving or you're not even slow pushing. Last hitting only. You're kind of hitting it with green. That's it, right?
So it's kind of awkward.
It's like kind of a bit more weird now. It's like we are not doing really anything. We didn't do what we planned, and you are basically autopiloting hitting the wave, right? Without a real purpose. That's what I would say, right? So also I want to say that, you know, the slow push we planned gives us some like extra safety because we know Lila is bot right now. We've seen her, you know, when we're walking back to the wave, to the lane, right? We were seeing Lila after this went bot side. We know that.
Yeah.
And this means, you know, we should just be safe, be careful, try to slow push a wave. So when we crash it, we can go get vision now, right? But if you don't do that, oh boy. Who knows what's gonna happen. Right, we're playing without vision and everything. It's a bit sad. And also, like, you know, we make a plan when we come from base, from fountain towards the lane, but at the same time, you know, we see how they also react, right? If they hit a wave a lot, means we could, hey, maybe we could freeze this or something, right? Gives us options.
Yeah.
So we want to adapt also to how the enemy plays, but the plan you make in the first place is so important, right? Okay, we go ward. Very nice. Okay, we see Lia top this time, apparently. Okay. You spotted her. You pinged. You should worry about your lane now. You don't care about what's happening mid. You worry about this.
Yeah.
And let's see what strategy you come up with.
Yeah, I think here is just me autopiloting. Like we aren't really doing anything
Kind of
like
hitting the
planned.
wave. You are staying 3 miles away. Right? Okay, Leona just used E. And, you know, here we could have, again, maybe interesting idea, right? You see, if you don't attack the wave as much, now they have minions here, they're on your side. Maybe a freeze, maybe a slow push, right? We try to control the lane. If we try to slow push, wave is gonna be here for a long time, meaning Smolder doesn't get XP farm if you just zone them out, right? These are all interesting ideas you could implement in your games, right? Especially like, because when you are when you're in a winning matchup like this, like there you have so many options, so many good options that no matter what, you most of the time, like if you just think about something, it's just correct. Like there's multiple correct options. Like if you wanna slow push, correct. If you wanna freeze, correct. If you wanna hard shove and maybe try to punish the mother turret, if you know you are confident enough against Leona, sure, that's also correct, right? You have options, but you know, losing matchups, you have way less options. Okay, right here we baited their abilities, right? And Smolder no W, Janna has Q, Leona used E. What are we doing?
Poke. Walk up and poke.
Yeah, walk up, hit. We're doing nothing. That's a habit you wanna start working on, right? I would say one of the first habits. Just the use abilities we go in. Right now they just used everything. You have your purple. He got hit by the knock-up, right?
Yeah.
And we walk back. Why are we afraid? What are we afraid of, right? It's so painful to see how we just let them play the game for nothing, right? They're being allowed to play when they shouldn't. Right now, you see Leona EQ your Janna. Oh my god, you see Smolder. Oh my god, I'm going purple. I would just basic purple, you know, then Q purple, then swap to blue, basic Q. You know, just go on him, doesn't matter. You win. Right?
Yeah, also even Janna played really well because he knocked out 2 of them.
Exactly, right? And we don't have confidence. And that confidence, again, in loading screen, we just know. Next games, we focus, we know exactly. They use everything, we have everything, we go. You automatically win, no matter how you played, you just win. Because you basic attack and you win. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And even now, like, you're full HP, you're Janna half, but they are both half, you know?
Yeah, and he has no mana.
Yeah, even if Leon engages on you, like, Smolder, yeah, doesn't do much, you know? There you go, that's the walk up I want. I want even more of that, though. Still here, you could have you want more, right? And, you know, in the meantime, of course, we need to start talking about watching the map, right? You don't want to just be focused on stop bot. Although, you know, if most of the time you're focused bot and you get ganked here and there, whatever happens, right? But one habit you can build as well is seeing, like, getting some timers. Like, for example, when you just clear a wave, right? I said you, like, I told you, like, at level 2, you have a timer to just place vision, for example, right?
Yeah.
Well, this timer after clear a wave is also a good timer to look at the map. Because now in the next couple of seconds, nothing really is going to happen. So your attention could go on the map. And after every wave, you take a few seconds to look on the map. That's a really good habit you can start building right away. And it's super helpful. And once you learn it, you can start adding more onto it. Okay, every like 3 minutes, or if the wave is full HP still, I can look at the map, or who knows, right? But after a wave, right, you just have time to think, to look at the map, gather information, make the decision. And he pause right here. I wonder what you're going to do to this wave. What do you think you should do, for example?
We just. I don't think it's good to shove because we don't know where Lilia is. So maybe just slow push, like last hit.
Okay, so let's say you slow push this, and Lilia is doing Drake, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Then we lose the dragon. Yeah.
No, it's like if you slow push, this wave will be here, next wave comes, next wave is still here, right? You're putting yourself in a bad spot if Lilia is actually bot, right?
Yeah.
Because they might freeze after that. But let's say you push right now. You just like basic blue Q the wave, then you just go melee chakrams on the wave, right? You push it in like 5 seconds. If you do that, you know their bot is like half HP. Smolder will stay under turret to get a wave, of course. And now, suddenly, we could maybe walk up the river and see what's up, right? We could place a ward on Drake if Janna has a ward in Tribush, whatever, or just see if Lilia is there or not, right? Because if Lilia is there and you see her, hey, Fiddle might just come right away. Who knows? Or whatever, but it's still a good idea to think about that. And this is why, like, most of the time I just like pushing in lanes because it gives me power to do things. But also, if you're unsure, if you think Lilia could gank because you have no vision, like here, right? You have no vision, she could come from behind. Then we know, okay, we let them push. And when we let them push, we only last it, because the more you hit the wave, the slower it pushes. So let's see how you handle this. Now, if you're unsure, right? Sure, we back off. And see how we are autopiloting and hitting the wave now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad habit you want to get rid of, right? When there's a new wave coming, I'm gonna think, okay, what do I do? Do I last hit only or do I shove? Those are the only options you have with a wave, really. It's options only. stop, I mean last hit only or shove, right? And just wanna make a decision and have a reason behind it, right? In this case, my reason would be they're low. I wanna push this wave as soon as possible. I can get vision, do whatever, right? They lose a wave on their turret, well, good. Or you could maybe freeze, because if you freeze, they lose stuff, whatever. It's still, you know, better than doing something in between like you are right now. You are kind of hitting it, but not really with everything. You're not using red Q to shove, right? So you're kind of in between, and here the pro recalled. So this is why I wanted you to shove. If you shoved, the wave would already be on its way towards crashing, and you would be able to recall, buying more seconds to be back in lane faster, right? Every second matters.
Yeah.
And if you're really unlucky, if you don't shove, what could happen is the wave doesn't even crash all the way. And right now you eventually do it, but we want to think about this faster. And let's say, imagine we shove the wave faster, and we see Lilia on Drake. We go towards Drake, we see Hui, we see Fiddle is coming here as well. And guess what? Smolder is stuck under turret. He has to farm, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you're 4 versus 3. And here you eventually walk, still, it's good. This is still fine. Like, you, of course you want to save seconds, and I want you to like make these decisions, you know, work on making them faster, because the faster you make these decisions, the better. But, you know, at least, you know, you recognize, hey, I don't recall here, we contest this Drake because bot is just coming from base, they have to deal with the wave. You still made the correct decision here, this is fine, this is okay. And here you could also maybe walk to lane and keep farming because there's no threat. You have Fiddle bot. If you go bot and you just farm under turret with Fiddle bot, he could just set up a nice gank for him, right? It doesn't matter if you don't have items because he's 3v2. Yeah. Those are also nice ideas to think about. And how do you think about them? Well, every time you recall from now on, or like whenever you work on this habit, you just look, okay, are my allies doing something? Do I have Fiddle here, right? Is somebody dead? Yeah, Lila is dead. Could we 3v2 them or whatever? If you find that you can do something still and it's super safe, you might consider staying, even if this case. Because here, if you recall, you lose stuff. And you know, this recall is not even that bad because you had gold and so on, right?
Yeah.
But you just want to think about all these ideas because you'd be surprised how often you can actually stay in lane or in mid game, even with so much gold.
But now, because Smolder, they just recall, right? But if I didn't recall and I go back to lane, then I might, because Leona, like, now they're like item advantage, and then I might die from them.
Yeah, but the thing is that you're recalling here, you lost like 1.5 waves, and they got 2 plates, right?
Yes, yeah, so it's huge for them. Yeah.
So it's just crazy how much we gave them for absolutely no reason. Where we could just go here. And, you know, Small is half, Leona's level 5. Do you think they're going to be able to walk up to get those plates? I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, I guarantee, like, not recalling would have been better. And, again, even better, Lilia died. There is bot. That means we could maybe look for a gank now. Even though we don't have items, we are still 3 versus 2. That's good, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to think about these things more often. Like, every time you recall, you know, you just think about that. But yeah, again, right now we are going, I'm giving you all the concepts, like all the things I see, all the mistakes you make, trying to give you like some good habits you can start building slowly, and you take them at your own pace. Don't rush it, right? Just take your time. One habit at a time. That's how you need to improve your league. That's how I also did it. It worked really, really well.
Yeah.
And see here, we shove this. At least I hope we shove it. Kinda. You see how, you know, if you shove this faster, suddenly you can start bullying the Leona. She wouldn't have gotten the ward, right? You see how these little victories matter so much, and saving time matters so much. So, yeah, another habit. When there's a wave, do I last hit only, or do I use everything to shove it, right? Try to think about it.
So I just try to like not do it in between, like
exactly.
Either use spam abilities or just like last hit.
Right, especially if you're full mana, right? You can spam. It doesn't matter. You're full mana. It's not like you need mana if you're full, right? And this is important to do as a habit because you're gonna see in mid game how there is a fight, and part of you says I go in, part of you says I don't go in. And so you're like in between. You maybe throw a Q, you go back in, go back. It's just stupid, right? It's weird. You're in between.
Yeah.
You wanna commit the fight or go do something else. Always. There's no other option, no in between. It's similar with waves. It's really similar with waves. And here, for example, Leona was kind of alone, Smolder stuck. You could have bullied her board, maybe. Who knows, right? Interesting ideas to think about. Okay, now you see Lilia coming bot, and you have no vision. Now we should be worried. Right now, if we pause and look at the map, right? Even if you didn't see Lilia coming bot, if you have no vision, you never want to play aggressive. So hopefully now, you let them push towards you. I will do this, right? Makes sense. We have no information. We do not touch the wave, right? You see the difference of last hitting only and just doing something in between, right? If you last hit only, this is guaranteed to push into you because Smolder will also last hit and it's gonna like basic Q or whatever, right? And Leon is gonna get a minion as well. But if you don't touch the wave and you try to only last hit, it's gonna push into you guaranteed. But if you do this, now the wave is probably just gonna go towards them, and we do have a ward here, right? But it depends on what your goal is, like what you want to achieve, right? If you see that they recall, sure, pushing is correct, especially because you have a ward. But if you don't want to push because Lia is bot, just chill. But in this case, yeah, I agree. Like you saw Smolder recall, or you assume because it's not here for sure. But you see Lilia is coming, so still gotta be careful. But that ward saves us. There's no you die here. This is fine. Hopefully back off. You just escaped. This is what you want. Okay, there you go. But yeah, you see how powerful warding is. It's crazy powerful. Even if you're under the turret, you see them. Okay.
Use ghost here.
He's gaming.
Yeah, I should have applied more pressure early game.
Yeah, you see how this lane could have been in your control since the beginning.
Yeah, I think Smolder is like not playing well.
Smolder is so weak in early levels, it's insane. He's so weak. And this guy made a ton of mistakes as well, right? You want to capitalize on them. And even here, like the small things, you just basic with purple, then you you Q purple, and then you don't green basic. Swap to green basic, right?
Yeah.
We missed opportunity. Right? I'll do that. And I know there's farming to do in the meantime, right? But just wanna be aggressive, wanna hit them when you can for free. Okay. Okay, see Lilia. Chill for a second, not much to do. Here I wonder why we walked up that much. I mean, it's not important. I don't want to waste time with like small stuff and stuff like that. This is so good. I hope we go in. I wish we ulted red for HP, but
yeah.
We still win this. You stay in Jana ult, you win this.
Yeah, I inter here. I think if I have mana, I still can kill him.
Yeah, so
if I flashed in, yeah.
This is one example where you are in between, you are not committing. If you were committing here, the moment you root him, you would ult, right?
Yeah.
And it's just guaranteed you kill him. You cannot escape, right?
Yeah.
But we do it too late when you can. Like this is more of a basic thing to remember, right? If you have abilities like this, like Afios ult, I do this with like Jinx double or Jinx ult. If they are rooted, you want to throw those skill shots because they cannot miss. If you do it later, they will miss, right? Because they also expect them to come. And here, for example, right? Why don't we keep hitting the Leona, right? We kite back, we hit Leona, she's inting, right? Because if you flash on this guy, you have no mana, right? This is a mechanical thing. If you stayed back and kited with Janna, you would have killed Leona for sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for sure, yeah, you see? Yeah, even now, you are still chilling. Lilia's gonna leave soon, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, they probably recalled. Yeah, I think they recalled. So, if they recall, I wonder why you don't want to push this wave. Right?
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, what if they're like staying in a bush and like they're trying to cheese us.
Well, you ping Janna to help, assistance ping on Janna, and then you do caution ping on the brush. And Janna's gonna throw
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
right? She's gonna throw you. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
do this,
yeah.
your supports, like a lot of people say my supports are always bad and so on. But if you ping in a smart way, they will listen, they will know. You know? You ping on them and you exclamation mark ping the brush and you ping that you wanna push the wave, the green ping. Like they will know exactly what you mean. Exactly what you mean. And they will do it. 99% of supports will do it. Very rarely I get supports that don't even listen to pings. They will listen to you. Especially because if you are confident and give that, aura of confidence, they just know, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm gonna trust him. It happens with my supports as well. My supports ping very smart. They do a good plays. I'm just gonna trust them. They know what they're doing for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because we recalled there and we don't capitalize on the fact that he recalled. I mean, they recalled and we had blue gun to shove the wave instantly, right?
Yeah.
You lost a wave. He also lost a wave, but you lost a wave. It's not good.
Yeah.
You lost 100 gold of 100 gold and some XP. Not ideal. Here we go in. There you go. This is good stuff. Hit this here. This 3v2 we go in. There you go. That's good. It's a huge. You see the difference? Huge. Just confidence. You just go.
Yeah.
You don't care. You go. You fight. It's good. That's what you should be doing when you know you're winning, right? When it comes to strength in numbers, right? You know it's a 3v2. Of course you go in. But in early game, your strength in numbers is in abilities. You wanna use E, suddenly you have more abilities. You win, right? It's the same thing. Because in League, I like this is a thing I do with League. And it helped me a lot in improving and not getting overwhelmed. I just simplify everything. I don't need to care about those little. Did I ever mention that Smolder had Q or E or ultimate? No, I never mentioned it. Those things are useless. They don't matter to me. What matters is Leona's engage, right? I don't care about all the other stuff. And it's the same in mid game. In mid game is kind of starting soon. We're going to talk about some stuff. Yeah, basically look at enemies and allies as just a number. If our number of allies is higher than enemies, we go. We win. Doesn't even matter how you play it. You can make all the mechanical mistakes you want, you still win. And when it's the opposite, you never want to join.
Yeah, I think yeah.
So,
I feel like,
okay.
Yeah, I got stuck because Jenna is top, right? And then there are two, and then they have Leona, and I'm just backing off for no reason. I feel like I just walk up and clear the wave.
Okay, so, we talked about what you want to do with the wave when you reach lane. Right now you're going towards lane from fountain, okay?
Yeah.
You see Janna top, you see Lilia top, okay, so mid. And you also see Smolder and Leona bot.
Yeah.
And you see your cleanse and flash on cooldown, right?
Yeah.
What do you think what does this mean? What do you think?
They were trying to engage. You see like Smolder already like walking up. So.
Yeah. So do you think
I'll just sit back in the middle between the two towers.
Yeah, this is one situation where you are more versus two, right? You can tell, like you are alone. You saw all the other enemies, Lilia dead, Aesol mid, Ilawi top, right? You are war versus two guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which means, again, you have less numbers than they do. Which means you do something else. Right now, you lose this wave. But, how about we try to gang mid? How about we do cracks? How about we do red buff? Whatever. Anything besides staying here. This is bad. You want to do something else. Right?
Yeah.
And you could recognize this the moment right now. You see Janna is walking top. You see bot. They are going to dive you. You don't have stuff to defend yourself with. The moment you recognize this now, you would be like, hey, there's a mid wave. Okay, we go mid. Right? And if you see Hui mid, okay, Hui will go mid. Maybe I do red buff, Raptors, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you do Raptors and you see Aesol, all of a sudden, maybe we gank this guy. Who knows, right? Better options.
Yeah.
Instead, we are staying here bot. And
because I'm trying to I might be able to outplay them, but I feel like it's not realistic.
Yeah, basically, you did nothing. You actually did nothing.
Yeah.
You
I'm just wasting time.
Yeah, you just did nothing, wasting time. Right? So instead, we just get a camp, let them break the turret, and if they break the turret, now we can have access to the wave, right?
Yeah.
Good, but you never wanna 1v2. And we always wanna you know, sometimes being AFK is the right option, right? But when you have options like jungle camps alive and going mid and so on, right, you want to look for those options as well. Because what's gonna happen now is, yeah, it's, you know, it's gonna go on you. And this is just crazy. I wonder what you're trying to. This is the fear of syndrome. You want to place a turret, right? You want to place a turret and hit that.
Yeah.
Guy. You can do this.
And then like he just yeah, and I died.
Just die. It is what it is. This is an easy mistake though. You had so many layers. It's nice that it's nice to see how many layers of cheese you had before you died here, right? You had so many layers here. It's crazy. You can even count them if you want, but there's no real reason. You can just tell now. There's so many of them. If you just do one of those things right instead of wrong, you wouldn't have died. That's the crazy part about League. It takes multiple mistakes to lose or to die. Every single time. That's just how it is. But while you're playing, it's hard to recognize everything, and that's fine. But that's why we have habits, right? Because habits makes it so, you know, chances are we prevent one of those layers of cheese from being pierced. Okay, so here mid game starts. I wonder, what do you do in mid game? Don't you go mid most of the time?
Yeah, but I feel like, oh yeah. I should have went mid here.
Right, because you know there's multiple reasons why. First of all, mid laner is dead, of course. Second of all, you know there's a herald up, right? You want to be around objectives if possible, right? And then mid wave is the closest wave you can get, and mid wave is usually where ADCs stay. It's like sometimes sure Hui you don't want to send Hui in the side lane, but in this case, if you go mid and Hui comes mid, suddenly you are 5 at herald, and it's good. It's so good. But if you go bot, you never have that option. But you know, let's say you go bot, okay, enemies to herald. You don't want to push bot wave and go towards herald. You're too late. You want to commit bot and hit the turret, right? That's what you want to do. That's what we are going to work on now in mid game. You just want to commit to the decisions you make. This is why you see me so often. I don't know if you know, but it's like enemies are doing Baron. Okay, I'm going to mid. I'm going to get that inhib as jinx. Who cares, right? I'm not Randall or Yorick. Like, doing split push plays is good no matter what champ you play.
I mean, here I got ganked here and I died.
Yeah, another reason you want to be mid is because it's safer, right? Here, hopefully you ult right away purple to buy time for fiddle. Hopefully you ult purple. You don't ult purple. Ult purple. Ult. Oh. I think if you ult purple, you would have killed both, I'm pretty sure. And then Asol wouldn't have had time to come, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I don't really know. Like, I'm not good. I don't know how to like. Yeah, I'm just not good at affiliates. Like,
well, replace affiliates with. What did you say you played? Wait, I forgot. Varus, right?
Jin and Varus. Yeah.
Okay, replace affiliates with Varus right now, and you ult. Right, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Jin. Well, if you're Jin, you place a trap in front of them and then W, right?
Yeah.
But this is all comes down to committing, right? Right now, our only option is to fight. Like, there's no option of leaving. You can't leave. Where do you live, right? So if you want to fight, you want to commit everything you have, all the resources. And in this case, you're ult. I want to just ult right away. The sooner the better. And yeah, damn it. It's like this situation will happen a lot in mid game where again you're gonna be in between decisions. You're kind of going in and back, then in and back, and then you ult at the end when it doesn't even matter anymore. Because there you probably would have died anyway, but at least you get 2 kills. Very good.
Yeah, because like I feel like I misplayed, and then also like the Ilawi is like very fed, and I feel like there is like already lost now.
No, the game here it's 11-11, like, and you have 2 drakes and 6 void grabs. I mean, I would like to be in your position here. I like where you are right now in your position more than the enemy position. I'll be honest. Like, having those drakes and void grabs is so strong.
Okay.
And when you look at items, you know, you have 1 item, Smolder 1 item. Your mid has 1 item, Asol 1 item. Your jungler has 2 items, and mid jungler has 1 item, right?
Yeah.
I've been winning over. Yeah, sure. Top is like no item, almost one item actually against one, but it's a Malphite. It's gonna ult and it's useful anyway, right? So
Yep.
here you're winning. In my opinion, here you should definitely win the game. I don't see how you lost this, honestly.
Okay.
And now it's a perfect time to talk about tempo, right? So you saw like some coaching session I did, right?
Yeah.
So did you find the part where I talked about tempo?
Yeah. Like, if your teammates are in the front line, you also want to be in the front line.
Exactly, right? So right now front line you can tell where it is. It's like here and then mid there, right? That's the front line. There it is.
Yep.
Right? So when it comes to allies being in front line and you not being in front line, we said you wanna get the front line as soon as possible, right?
Yeah.
That's the correct answer. Like there's multiple ways to get on front line, right? For sure. You could go bot as well and hit the turret. That's being on front line. But that takes way too long, right? It takes way too long. You have to push like 2 waves, then you're gonna hit the turret. It's like 40 seconds or something. That's way too long.
Yeah.
So the shortest path is either mid or top, up to you, depending on the situation. Usually where more teammates are, that's the correct answer because you're an ADC. And you want to outnumber enemies as much as possible. And if you do that, you go here on tempo, fiddle is coming on tempo, right? And suddenly we can start fighting. We can, maybe win. And if you went mid instantly from base, you would have been in range already to ult and kill them under turret here for sure. Right?
Yeah.
This is why every second matters. You probably win anyway, but I'm just wondering why you don't wanna ult instantly, but it's fine, That's gonna be another thing you wanna practice. Just use everything. Just go for it.
Yeah.
If you fight, use everything. And right now Leona died. You see Smolder bot, right? If you look at the map, I would spam ping to go in. I would just go crazy. I would go face check the jungle right now, I'd be honest. If I had allies of course. And here you take Raptors. It's like, I mean, you could go mid because they were low HP. I would have went mid wave because it looked very free.
Yeah, but like also I don't have vision on jungle and top.
Yeah, but Asol here escaped low. He doesn't flash. You see after a little bit here that Lilia also escaped low HP. I think Ilawi was low HP too. And if you see Ilawi, right, Lilia it doesn't exist. If Ilawi is coming mid, it's like Ilawi can't catch you. Whatever.
Right? Actually, yes, it's a free wave.
Yeah, it's just a free wave. Nobody can catch you really. Yeah, you're just fine. Even if Asol comes, right? Okay, you ult him in the face with purple and you root and you're just out, whatever. Right? So another thing you wanna do, experiment as well, right? You just try to get that mid wave, see what happens, right? Or try to think what they can do to you and see if you have an answer. If you have an answer, in this case you have, right? You just wanna commit. If you die, it's fine, man. We learn. Okay, no problem, right? It's good.
Yeah.
But what I want you to do is commit to the decisions you make. You make a decision, you commit, right? So right now you're like here now, where, if you're worried about them killing you, it means you shouldn't stay mid, or you should stay mid for as little time as possible. Which means you commit to going mid, you clear it as soon as possible, so you can get out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But what's happening right now, you are just sitting around here where you could say you are like vulnerable, right? So this is why committing is important, right?
And now I woke up.
Yeah. But if you woke up first, then you get this, you would have heard that.
You'll be
problem,
safe.
Right?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, now enemies are coming. What if all three of them are here? Oh boy. Oops. We are dead. Yeah, this is why committing is so important. You see a wave, you make a decision. Yes, no. Right?
Okay.
That's it. You don't stick with it. No matter what. Of course, if you say yes and then 3 enemies show mid, of course you don't go, right? For sure. But if you say yes and there's no enemies and you go no enemies, of course you just clear it and see what happens. Okay, Drake is up. Here you recall, which I don't really like, right? You can say why. You can see why.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm base, I can get a pickaxe and I'll be like stronger in team fight.
Well, I think a pickaxe is worth a fight starting in the next 20 seconds and not being there, right?
Oh,
This is kind of how you want to think about it, right? When you
Okay,
recall, you think, okay, what are my allies doing? Where they are going to get a scatter, probably, right? Most likely.
Yeah.
So you wanna be here. So if you do this, and now they kind of wanna fight. And imagine you were here and you see Lavi top. Suddenly, this Leona is hinting. You can actually fight.
Yeah.
Because your number, right? That's the importance of, not recalling when allies are doing things. It's just crazy how many missed opportunities we have, because if you don't recall, you are on tempo, and enemies are not because of Ilawi. And it has such a massive advantage. And that's honestly kind of what's winning games in mid-game, and why macro and like thinking about this is so important in mid-game and about tempo, right? Imagine you were there, man. It should have been free. So free, right? But now it's exactly what I told you. It's like the in-between. Right? You're kind of going, then you hit Scuttler, and then you go, and then you don't go, and then he Scuttler again, and now they're gonna pull you off the Scuttler, right?
Yeah.
This is what you want to avoid. This is what I want to avoid. And if you were here, it would have helped a lot. And if if you're not here, right? You just see now that this fight is no longer good. Try to look for something else, right?
Yeah, go for midway probably.
Get that mid turret. Right?
Yeah.
That mid turret is free. Way more worthy than a scuttler, for sure. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's fine, we give that. Now look, we are 2v1 against Ilawi. You wanna go ult purple and she's dead. Go, ult purple. Go flank her ult purple. Go, you still go. You can do it, you can ult purple. Oh, you know ult. Sure, in this case maybe ult is whatever. But if you go instantly and she runs, you want ult purple, so it's just guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
And when you are in a losing situation, you could argue this is still a winning situation, in my opinion. Or at least before the Drake fight. But you just want to commit all the resources you have on a side lane or on a top laner. You want to use everything to kill that Ilawi. Because you never know what they're gonna do. You never know.
Yeah, he might just like 1v2 us.
Yeah, he might just use E on you and then you're half HP and then she's full HP somehow. I don't know, it happens. Top laners are weird. They're crazy. Okay. Let's push this wave, let's look at the map, let's see what we do here. You never face check stuff. You don't want to recall. And now we think, okay, Ilawi is dead. We have Fiddle with ult right behind us. Okay, but we see enemies. We chill. Good. And if Fiddle ults here, Malphite comes, we are 4v4. This looks decent. Right? Ilawi is bot. This is still a 4v4 situation, right? That's our thought process in the game. Next wave comes, it's like a stalemate right now, not much is gonna happen, you're gonna catch wave, this is normal stuff, not much you can do, whatever, right? This is just fine. It is what sometimes there's a stalemate, you can do much. But for example, after you get this wave, you could maybe look into, hey, we get Ilawi, or hey, I wanna get those wolves,
Yeah.
Or something. Or, or AFK.
Yeah, but I feel like here I'm afraid they're doing Baron now.
Yeah, but it's like you're an ADC. What can you do about it? Physically, nothing, but you can ping. Right? You can ping a lot. You can ping on top of Drake, exclamation marks, and then suddenly Fiddle and Malphite all turn around, right? Or even better, like you let Fiddle Hui kill Ilawi, and suddenly you go mid. You push mid. You spam ping the mid wave and the turret, right?
Yeah.
You want to do something, right? And, you could argue you are really not safe here, but I think they're doing Drake for sure. I think they're just doing it. I'm in Baron. So you just want to commit to this mid turret here. You don't even want to think about journey that fight.
Going to Baron, yeah.
So if you look at the map right now, bot lane is 2v1. And if you join Baron, what's the advantage going to be? How are the numbers?
It's 3v4, still losing.
Yeah, so you don't want to do it. You never even look. I would not even scout the situation. I would just go mid, commit. You get this turret, and then you probably get the next one because you have chakrams. You just go melee turret. And suddenly you gave your team so much, like 800 objective gold. It's crazy. And you got like 1,000 local from turrets or whatever. But instead, we missed the opportunity. We go in a 3v4 and you're gonna lose this. There's no way you win. Unless enemies are total garbage, but there's no way they win. I mean, they lose the 4v3. It's impossible. And it's looking really close. Okay, we won, right? This time we won. But
Yeah.
you can see how close it was. And if Fiddle didn't ult, who knows what would have happened to you, right?
Yeah.
But imagine we don't go here, right? We don't go
And
here.
just hit the tower. I mean,
Yeah,
or
you
it's
hit
top of
every
the tower.
time. This is why habits are powerful. You do this habit. Right? Some situations, sure, it's like the 3%, 5% where it's actually not good hitting the turret. But here, if you're not here, they didn't even see you yet, right? They didn't even see you yet. They had no vision on you when placed this or anything. You see how they stopped Baron? It's like you don't need to be here. They stopped Baron anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But we lost that sweet tower juicy gold, right? That's what we did here. And sure, we just coin flipped and we were lucky. But overall, this situation, right? And you would have won the fight anyway after you get the mid turret, because Fiddle would have been in position to ult the mid from here, for example. And would have won anyway. Like, probably would have won this anyway. Because the enemies were low from Baron. Right? Good. Being Baron, that's more like it. You wanna keep going Baron, he would have joined you, see? He's going left. Keep going Baron, you know it's correct, you wanna ping and wanna commit, you wanna hit that Baron.
Okay.
But now, I'm pretty sure he would have joined you, see? Like, he would have joined you. Because this is a free Baron, like they have 13 seconds still, for free. But instead we get turret, right? I mean, better than nothing, but Baron is way better, for sure.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, but then here is like risky because like they have like I don't think we can take Baron that quick and then they're like what 20 seconds. So yeah.
I think we don't. I think we do, for sure. I think this is guaranteed, honestly.
Okay.
And we're unsure, right? If you make this decision to do Baron, you want to stick to it and see what happens, okay?
Okay.
You never want to be afraid to make the decisions. You make a decision, you commit, right? You hit this Baron, you hit. Fiddle would have joined you. He was looking for it.
Okay.
If he doesn't join, if he does red buff, sure, then we back off. Okay, we back off. But you just want to commit in the first place, because if you have that much confidence, they will join you every single time.
Okay.
And if you lose it somehow and it's not good, but it's no way you lose that Baron. It was a free one. If you lose it, okay, we learn. We see why it's not good. They have time, whatever. That's how we learn from mistakes. Okay. And yeah, the issue, another like this is more advanced stuff, but when it's like Baron up and we overstay for all the turrets, what's gonna happen is you recall now, because you're kind of forced to recall, and they do Baron.
Yeah.
Right? Or you don't recall and they fight with items and you don't have items, right?
Yeah.
That's why, when Baron is up and you just kill enemies, you just want to do Baron as soon as possible.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just awkward in the future. And I'm thinking that if you get this Baron right now, you just win the game. I think this was the turning point, I would say. Like, if you get Baron here, I think you just win. I don't know. I don't see how we will lose just from this point. But now what's gonna happen is Fiddle dies, right? Because we took turret, we overstayed, right? We took turret, now we just go back, there's like a scuttler. And yeah, that's the solo, right? But if you see the right decisions, you saw the Baron, you just didn't have the confidence to just commit to it. That's the mistake here. And suddenly now they do Baron. And okay, in this situation, right? They do Baron. And you recall. Do you think that's good?
No.
Right? You say, yeah, I have 3,000 gold on us. But if they do Baron, like, sure, you don't go mid to break the turret, maybe. You're unsure if it's good or not. Okay, we get the next wave at least. That's still a win, right? That's still a big win. So, when they do Baron, this is like a classic example. Oh, there you go. Let's go. There you go. You see? Huge. There you go. Who cares if you have 3,000 gold? We get Baron for free. This is good stuff. Not Baron, for wave. I mean, contesting is ways tipping between them. I mean, sure, if you ult blue.
It's kind of insane.
I mean, sure, like this is one of those situations where you commit or you don't commit, right? Okay. In this case, if you see Hui TPing, you're like, okay, I'm gonna commit, use blue ult, whatever, just go for it. Or I will keep pushing mid. It's your choice to make, right? But the first layer of cheese was you stopping this recall. This was good, right? But if you didn't stop this recall, you would have been AFK.
And then go instantly to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, you still
Oh.
did it a bit late, but you know,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good that you recognize it. And you're gonna get faster and faster and faster at this, basically. I guess this is what happens, right? And right now, you know, you commit to mid or you commit Baron, but no matter what, you use all your resources. Right now, I'm gonna ult, I'm gonna flash, I'm gonna do everything. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. 3v4, they're low, sure, we can flip this.
So
Let's go.
like for in this situation, it's like the time to like spam everything, like try to make plays or something, like you know.
Yeah, and this is, I don't even know, and I don't even think this is a feeder specific, but you just wanna ult. Like ult blue in there. You wanna ult blue right away.
Yeah.
Right? If you ult blue those two, and then
They'll
you
be
blue Q,
dead.
they are dead. You would have killed them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not like my mastery is like not good enough of videos.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I know. Then
Yeah.
I don't want to talk much about mechanical stuff because you know you play other champs, right? But it's the same with Varus or Jhin, right? You know, with Jhin I
Yeah.
would have ulted right away as well. With Jhin, for sure, I would have ulted right away.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to know that. It's okay. And this is why I tell people: just don't play meta. Play the champions you enjoy. You can climb with whatever. It's okay.
Okay.
What is this, man? Yeah, see
Holy
why we
shit.
wanna commit resources to everything? Because this happens. You love things. Okay. Good. Now we are looking a bit bad. Yeah, you saw how enemies got the Baron when you could have actually gotten it. Yeah. Now we get Drake and everything falls apart because we didn't commit our decisions. Okay. Right now it's just a stalemate. You're getting waves because they have Baron. You can't really fight. Yeah, you just get the waves. Nothing else. I mean, here we could talk about here. I mean, usually, as a rule, again, when allies are doing something, you don't want to recall, right? And especially, it's like you have two swords in one by last whisper. It's like if there's a fight, maybe you stay, right? Because you never know. Especially when you lose, you just wanna stay more often. You just wanna stay for these fights. Because you never know. Like if Fiddle joins right now, right? If you were here and Fiddle ults, actually with blue ult on the three of them, you see how much of a difference you would have made? Imagine you blue ult there, then you blue Q on them.
Yeah.
Wow, into Fiddle ult. Wow. Like
Huge.
that you would have killed them all there. But why didn't you do it? Well, you recalled, right?
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, but you see how disappointing it is because like here this is the power of habits, I wanna say. Like here, you cancelled the recall, right?
Yeah.
And here you didn't. You're inconsistent. You want consistency, and that's why you want habits. The moment you have habits, allies fight, I don't recall, never ever. Something is going on, I never recall, never ever. Allies are all on the front line, I never ever recall. That's how you should think, right? That's how you should think. Because I see this way more often. I notice this in people. Like, what puts people off the front line and outside the control of the game is recalling. You don't want to recall like this. You don't want to take recalls like that. Those are making you not be able to join fights. Because I see this in my IRL friends as well that are like lower divisions as well and they play for fun. I always see this exact situation. Like, man, these guys are always fighting without me. I went base to buy that item. They're fighting without me, even though I picked them to back off. And I always tell them, like, why do you back off? Like, you don't need that item to win the fight. You would have won anyway if you stood. You don't need that item, right? Okay, we have Fiddle Jana dead. Here, hopefully, we just back off because there's nothing to do. You just defend Nexus turrets. You don't want to use everything when you're outnumbered like this, right? Okay. This is the power of commitment. You're outnumbered, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, now Fiddle is spawning. Actually, is dead. 4v4, that guy low. Now we could look for a fight. Then we see if they stay the int. Ila is inting right now. We should definitely like red Q go towards her. Just go. There you go. That's good. Good stuff. They max range and you win. Eventually. She's level 17 after all, of course. It's fine. Good. You should go Lilia. You know, have reinforcements. Chances are enemies are not. Missed opportunity, it's fine. I don't think you would have caught up to her anyway, but you never know. Oh, she's still here. She's dead. That's good. It's so funny to see how your allies int, you int, enemies int. It's just back forth, back forth, back forth, right? It's just how it is.
Yeah, I feel like at some point we're likely to like flip the game, but also we made a lot of mistakes. So.
Yeah, I wonder if I can see the goal graph of this game. I don't even know. Probably not, only in client, but yeah, it's just the game is back and forth all the time, and as long as the Nexus is standing, you just wanna keep fighting. You never know how they're gonna end. But you know what's important is the fact that you can. I think, like, let me ask you this: do you think if you would have played this game better, you would have won it?
Yes, of course.
There you go. That's good.
I
That's
feel
the
like
best.
I missed like 2 really huge ults, and if I landed, we might at least like try to like get more kills and then just stop them from doing objectives and stuff.
Yeah, but how do you land those ults, to be precise? Well, first of all, you just commit all the resources, and second of all,
And
you are actually there to ult, right?
yeah, so don't recall.
Don't recall when allies are fighting. That's crazy. Allies are on the front line. No, you don't want to be off the front line. No. Prioritize being on the front line above all else. Sure, if like 1 or 2 allies are recalling, and there's like nothing really going on, yeah, you can recall for sure.
Oh, okay.
Always. But yeah, this is play with teammates. It's a team game. You cannot 1v5 no matter what. Even today I had a game where enemies had like a 10-0 Vayne on top lane. And they just couldn't win, even with that. Because you can't carry alone. It's just how it is. Okay. Hopefully you use your blue, not the blue, your white ammo first here, okay? Oh no, you messed up your weapon rotation. Oh no. No, look at this. Oh no, it's so awkward. Whatever happens. Okay.
And I think she's dead here.
Right now, you look at the map. Objectives are up. Let's commit to fight. Yeah, we want commit. Like, you know, theoretically, 4 enemies could be right around the corner. Probably not. It's just a corner commit, right? It's up to you to commit or not. No matter what, do what you decided. It's gonna die eventually. There you go. And they do Baron. We try to do Drake.
And we fucked up here. Yeah, and we lost here.
Okay, so right now, I see where Lilia is. This is like a local 3v3. Just keep it.
Sorry, I'll close the door for a bit.
This situation, I mean, we would have never been in this situation in the first place, let's be honest, right? We would have won by now if you played correctly, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is a fight where, you know, it's like you commit or you don't, up to you to make a decision. You say you commit, you just want to go. Just want to fight the best you can. Team fight as well as possible. Okay. Wanna use stuff, wanna ult, not flash into that. You would have killed him if you ulted properly. Mechanic stuff, whatever. Again, like, mechanics are less important. You missing ult is less important because in the first place you shouldn't be in a fight we lose, right? That's the most important part. But it's good to see that, hey, look, we know what to improve on now, and we can actually win these games. We can actually win them. It's not even that hard, right? It's just simple stuff. If you look at the map, you don't recall when teammates are on the front line. That's it. Simple. There you go. Great stuff. Okay, it's time for questions. Ask me any question about this, about other stuff. Maybe you had questions before we started. Go on.
I was thinking if it's possible to like hit like high diamond like easily.
In my opinion, anybody can hit master. In my opinion, it's you just focus on these concepts and you keep adding good habits. Focus on playing with teammates and tempo, and you will get master, right? Okay. Of course, not instant overnight, blah blah, for sure, right? But that's what it takes to break from your plateau where you are right now, from being hard stuck to getting master. This is the difference. learning these habits, because nobody tells you this. Nobody told me this either when I was Hardstack Diamond. I was Hardstack Diamond for 4 years. But only after 4 years I decided, okay, it's not working. I need outside help. I'm gonna start researching the game, learning from other people and so on, right? Watching coaching and so on. That's how I improved. And all these concepts, nobody tells you if you don't do this research, if you don't ask for help. Nobody will tell you. Why would they, right? But if you ask for help, you research yourself, you see what people are doing and you're not, everything makes sense. You realize it's a team game, you realize you actually have so much control, you realize your confidence matters a lot, you ping properly, you actually control your teammates, and suddenly you see the game in a different way, and you can actually see how much impact you have and how many games you can actually carry by yourself without having to 1v5.
Yeah.
Great.
Also, I want to ask you, like, I'm pretty bad into like playing into like enemy hook champions, like Blitzcrank or something.
Yeah, I guess those in the early game, I would say, don't worry about pushing. Don't worry about getting every last hit. Just let them push. You just want to focus on the cannon and melee minions as much as possible, and the ranged ones, don't take them if it's not safe. The ranged minions are a bait. If you are under turret, no stop, Blitzcrank, and you have Senna, let's say. Right?
Okay.
So just give up some of the minions. Try to maintain your HP as high as possible. You do that by baiting the enemy abilities as much as possible. You want to stay outside their max range, walk up into them, and then you just back off right away. They use ability like morons.
Okay.
And if they have an ability up and you want to get a minion, you can't really do it because they have the ability, you're going to take damage. A minion is not worth 100 HP. Not at all.
Okay. Also, like, can I like maybe also do like a short review of this one game that I played, like only the laning phase?
Okay, sure, let's go. Very quick. Let's see, like really quick. You mean the early couple levels?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like here, like I'm playing like a weak lane, so like.
Oh yeah, they have Blitz, Ashe, and they have Ezreal Yumi. Okay. I mean, the plan, I would say you just chill. Right? You try to farm. That's all you have to do. Farm and scale. You just farm scale. You have Yumi, Ezreal, you scale better, I would say. And because they have Blitz, you cannot get hooked, right? You have your E ready.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how you handle this. Very nicely.
Don't make me put my goggles on. They're decorative.
Okay, so we are pushing. Okay, why is that?
Yeah, because I think as really you wanna spam Q every time, like level 1.
Yeah, I mean you get your passive up, right? Sure. But
Yeah.
I wonder if you are confident enough to fight level 2 here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, still fine for now. But I wonder what you do after, what your plan is after the wave is pushed, right? Right now we have no vision. That's a bit concerning.
I'll handle this.
Okay, so we're gonna keep pushing this for a little bit. Keep pushing. But the problem is that the wave stayed right now, right? The wave is on their side. You don't want this.
I want the lane to push into me, right?
Yeah, that's what you want to do against Hook Chain. That way you see like your J4 stars top side gets this.
Yeah.
He's pathing into bot. He's ready to gank. But how the hell is he gonna gank this? He can't, right?
Yeah.
So what you wanna do is, first of all, like you have E, like you just wanna hit that guy. You wanna hit the Blitzcrank. Why not? If he hooks, like you're just gonna E. Or you just dodge, because you're better. And the moment he does that, right now, why don't we EQ the, like, Ashe, right? You just go ahead. Like, nobody can stop you. He doesn't
Also,
have
like,
hook.
yeah.
And, you know, like, usually I say stay safe, right? But in this case, you know, they have Blitzcrank or Ezreal, you have your E. For sure, you can outplay. You just press E when he hooks. He doesn't have hook, basically. Cool.
Okay.
You play aggressive, right?
I'll handle this.
But because you play aggressive again, if he hooks like a moron like it happened, you wanna instantly turn on Ashe if this happens. That's what you wanna do. So the moment he hooks, I mean, I'm just going on that Ashe. I'm just gonna basic attack, Q. In this case, because B is so far, I would just Q E basic or something.
Yeah, we might kill her. To be honest.
You might get her flash anything. Like they have nothing.
Yeah.
All they have is Blitz Q, and it doesn't exist anymore.
I don't know the...
Okay, now we're gonna E this. You don't have to go left, right to dodge when you have Ezreal E, because what's gonna happen is he's gonna get close to you, right? And
Yeah.
it's awkward. He should have used E on you, but he's a moron. Right? But now, you know, you see how he doesn't have hook anymore. We just go. Ashe Blitz doesn't let you choose the target, whatever.
And miss kill here.
But this is still fine. This is still fine. This is okay. Yomi is gonna stay on you. You have to stay, right? Sure, we could have played better. Sure, we could have focused Ashe. Usually, I wanna say, if the enemy ADC is too far, sure, hit the support, but don't commit your resources on the support right away, right? You want a basic attack and Q Ashe or him, but you don't want to use E melee to a Blitz that has E, okay? That's important. So I would basic attack this guy. I would try to kite him back, basic attack him. I would Q him, right?
Yeah, but don't E on him.
Even if you don't miss this Q, you Eing here is still bad. Or if you see him, you know, going towards you now with E, you want to flash out, right? Flash out. Use everything. Commit everything. If you flash later, it's just not effective. If you would have flashed out, you would have killed Blitzcrank for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Always open to new.
Okay, now the waves can be reset, lane is reset. How do we take this recall? You actually recall here, look at the lane. This is gonna slow push towards them, they can freeze, you're doomed, right? You wanna...
Yeah, but also they might just cheese us in a bush.
But there isn't Blitzcrank 100 HP.
Yeah.
And you have your E. Like after... Yeah, you have your E. Right? No way.
Yeah.
And junglers are top, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, this is stuff you're gonna practice, this is fine.
Okay.
Let's look at this one more couple minutes and see. Like Blitzcrank with Ezra, I would say if Blitzcrank walks towards you, you just basic attack him and Q him. If he hooks, you're just gonna E. That's it. You don't basic, maybe you're too close, he's gonna WE. Okay, you don't basic, you Q him in the face, right? And you get close to... I would just walk up a bit and try to Q him right now. Like he's not even a threat to me.
Okay.
You know, right now I have my Q, I would just try to Q him. You know, or Ashe, sure, but you know, if you just make Blitz low and low and low, he can never engage anymore. He's useless.
Okay.
Like Ezreal just destroys Blitzcrank.
And also, I wanna ask, if you wanna poke enemies, is it better to like only focus on one guy or like just split the damage?
Prioritize guaranteed hits, right? If Ashe is hiding, you hit Blitz. That's okay. That's fine. And because you're full mana, you just wanna look for those. That was great, right? Your Q comes back. You wanna Q this guy. You didn't wanna E yet. Nice dodge. Now, hey, look, we could still keep walking up. We woke up, right? And let's see, I handle the situation. W basic, that was fine. Right now, you know, Blitz didn't have Q, right? Because it's such a long cooldown. You should have used E right away. You used it too late, you see? You should try to track Blitzcrank cooldowns a bit more, I would say, in this lane. It's like 20 seconds, 22 seconds, I think.
Okay.
One thing you could do is look at the timer, right? He hooks 6:33, you know, 6:53 has it back. That's an easy way to do it. Or look at one of your summer spells or whatever. You find it's up to you to find the rhythm. Okay, now you get minions and recall. And what's next?
My mantle.
Here left. Okay, this wave. Okay, here you have a huge wave.
An enemy has been slain.
3 for top. Let's see how you do it. This. What's your plan here? I wonder. You're hitting the minions for what?
I wanna like slow push here, just like last year.
Okay, so this is good. You get vision. Hopefully you ward the tribush as well. The moment you ward the tribush, now you are guaranteed not getting ganked. Or if they gank, you see them and you get away.
Okay.
Or if you walk up and then Blitz comes towards you, sure, you just back off right away. But you probably could have warded tribush here, I would say. Yeah, for sure. And you just walk back and you're safe. Blitz hook doesn't exist. And there you go, see? You don't need to go left, right, you just E. That's good. Okay, enemy jungler bot. They push, this is fine. You get the minions. Okay, and now hopefully you just hit this wave as much as possible.
And do Drake, yeah.
And if you do Drake, you know, you wanna be there, you wanna do something. Or you wanna shove, so you can do Drake. And you know, right now I would like you to be assertive. I would instantly ult the wave. I would ping Drake. Why? Enemy mid is dead. You are 4v3 at Drake. And if you shove, you are 4v2 because Ashe is stuck under turret, right? Work on being assertive. Don't be afraid to commit your ult as Ezreal on the wave. That's actually worth it. Because you missed a free Drake right now, honestly. Even Galio, look, he was ready for it. We missed it for no reason, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. And now it's just a bit more awkward, but we still do it. You have Jarvan, I will just go in. There you go. Don't care, you need this. Let's go. There you go. Okay. Just wanna ult. There you go. I don't know, it didn't hit him, I don't know, or whatever. It's fine. It's kind of similar again with the ult. You want to commit the ult as soon as possible. Like the moment J4 does this, I would just ult.
Okay.
I would just ult Ashe. And you see that it would have landed because she flashed just backwards.
Yeah.
And then it's like she's so low, doesn't matter. You would have killed her without basic at that point, right? But you don't want to wait.
I think I drifted here. I just like killed Ashe. Because she has no flash, so she's...
Yeah, no, I think you should have ulted sooner, probably. Right? That's
okay.
my thought process here. Just ult when they're rooted or stunned or stuck, whatever. You don't want to save it for tomorrow, basically.
Okay, so like whenever they are like CC, just
ult.
use your like okay.
Just use your damaging ability, the most damaging.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Ezreal, for example, or Varus, you know? Just ult.
Yeah.
Because that's a guaranteed hit. It's never bad. Like even if you have W and Q up, it's never bad to ult, because that's more damage than WQ, honestly.
Okay.
So it's always just ult when it's guaranteed. It's never bad to ult when it's guaranteed, no matter what. Okay, now J4 looks for lane gank. And it looks like you just win this, there's no way to lose this. You hit that, which is perfect. You walk into the hook anyway, you win. Even if you walk in the hook, I want to say, just basic. I could have basic the Lila, they're not Q, but whatever, you still win this. Whatever, missed, it's fine. Whatever, it still works, because you get the wave, you kill dash. Good, okay. Yeah, this is just a storm game, nice. But yeah, you saw some things you can improve, right? First of all, try to make a better plan with the wave. You know, if you wanna, I would say this matchup is fine. I originally said it's kind of safe passive because I thought you would get poked more from the Ashe.
Yeah.
And I thought you would get punished by Blitz level 1. He didn't even bother. So when you see that, you know, hey, now Blitz hooks don't exist. Okay, we are in a winning position. We are in a winning position. We control the lane. We see what we do with the wave. We either shove it or we slow push. Up to us. Right?
Okay.
Make a decision, stick with it, see what happens, and you learn. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So yeah, if you have any other questions, like if not, ask me when I'm live, in a YouTube comment, DMs, I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Very, very much.
You're welcome. I hope it helped you, honestly.
Yeah.
Just first of all, you just need confidence, because again, anybody can get mastered. Trust me, it's not gonna happen overnight. For me, from Diamond, you know, when I was hardstack Diamond to getting Master GM for the first time, it took me a year. Right, it's gonna take time, right? But for you, you know, you have goals, smaller goals. You have an emerald, a diamond. For you right now in your current state, diamond this season like is super doable for sure. Have confidence though, okay? Have confidence.
Good, thanks.
Good, you're welcome. Okay, good luck in your climb. I hope I helped. Can't wait to see how you can reach. Honestly.
Yeah, thanks, man. Bye.
See ya. Take care.